Hi guys, so this is our Year 1 Maths New Learning lesson, lesson 9. Okay, and we're looking at numbers to 100. Wow, you are so nearly ready for Year 2. Alright guys, let's get going. Okay guys, so it says, how many crayons are there? Group them in tens. In tens. I guess that must mean like 10, 20, 30. Okay, so I'm going to start counting them. We'll group them in tens. All right, I'll get my pen and let's cross them off. So we've got, you can help me, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, that's 110. Oh, and I'm going to draw it like I would. So remember, this is a 10 in base 10. So that means 110. Okay, I'm going to count my next 10 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we need another 10. Oh, so let's have a look. How many tens have I got, guys? I've got 1, 2, 2 tens. So I'm going to put 2 in there in my tens column. And how many ones have I got? No ones. Oh, makes the number 20. And we can actually count in our tens. We can go 10, 20. Fantastic. Okay, guys, so let's have a look at this picture here. So it says here we've got 110. Now, 110, if I put one finger up and I count in my tens, 110 is 10. And I'll put my finger down. 10. Okay. And look, we can have a look. If we put our tens and ones above the number, there are 0 ones in 10, but there's 110. And if we go back to the picture, here is the 110. 10. Right. So now we've got 2 tens. So we know that in the tens column we should have the number 2. So let's check. Yeah, 2 tens. And that makes 20, doesn't it? We can count in our tens. 10, 20. Right, 3 tens. You get the gist. Okay, so we have to have 3 under the tens column. We've got 0 ones, but we've got 3 tens. And we can count in our tens. 10, 20, 30. Okay, guys, so now we've got 4 tens. We can go 10, 20, 30, 40. And we write 40 like this because we know there are 4 tens and 0 ones. So there's 40. I wonder, guys, can you carry on and do the rest of the page for me? Okay, counting your tens, okay, and have a look at how we write the number. Well done. Okay, guys. So look, can you do it again for? Well, let's do the first one together. So it says here we have 8 tens. 8 tens. Okay. Let's count 8 tens. So we're going to start with 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. And look, if we look over here, we know we should have the number 8 in the tens column because we have 8 tens and it makes 80. 80. Can you do the rest for me, guys? Okay, guys, so we have some base 10 on this picture, some base 10. And I would like to find out what number have we made with this base 10. Now, this young man here says we can count in tens and ones to find out what the number could be. I wonder if you could give that a go for me. Have a go. Count the tens first, okay, then count the ones. Maybe you could use your tens and ones columns to help you write the number. Give it a go. Pause the video. Okay, guys, so have you given it a go? Right, so let's count. I'm going to count the tens first. We've got 10, 20, 30, 40. Because there's 4 tens there. If we count, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. And 4 tens makes 40. So we know we're at 40. So there's 40. And now we've got an extra 1. So I need to add 1. Just 1. What comes after 40? 41, 42. So I have here the number 42. And if we look here, here's the number 42 at the top in our part whole. And look, got 4 tens and 2 ones, which is what the picture shows us. Here are our 4 tens, and our 2 ones were down here. We know that 4 tens is 40, 10, 20, 30, 40. And then we have our 2 ones. And 40 add 2 was 42. Okay. Well done, guys, if you got that answer. Don't worry if you didn't, because we're going to do some more. Well done. Okay, children, so you're going to have a go at an activity now. And I've put some number cards as one of the resources that you can download. Or you can get an adult or a friend to pick a number less than 100. Okay, so maybe, well, you'll see in a second actually. And you'll pick the number, and then you need to make that number using the base 10. Now, I know that you don't have base 10 at home, but what can we do? You can draw it. You can draw the base 10. Okay, you can draw the base 10, just like we practiced earlier on in the year. Then your partner is going to have a really good guess at what number you've made. And you can check, are they counting the tens first? Are they then checking the ones? Okay, and you can take it in turns to do that again. Now, I've done a couple of examples so you can see what I mean. So I wonder if you can work out what number I've made. Let's have a look. Okay, children. So there, I have drawn out my base 10. Now, what number have I made? I'm going to count the tens first. So I've got 1 10, so that's 10, another 10, 20. So I'm at 20, and now I've got to count in ones. So I'm going to count on from 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. So I think there's 29. There's 2 tens and 9 ones. Let's check. So I need to put 2 in the tens column and 9 in the ones. Look, makes 29. I was correct. Fantastic. Here's another example, guys. I wonder if you can work out what this number is. Here's my tens. Here are my ones. Okay, you have a go at working out what it is. See if you can write the number. Use your tens and ones column to help you. Okay, let's do it then, guys. I'm going to count my tens first. So I've got, let's count how many tens are around. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tens. 5 tens. Okay, 5 tens. Okay, so let's count them. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. That's right, 50. And I'm going to count on 51, 52, 53. Let's check. So in my tens column, I should have 5 because I have 5 tens. Yep. And 3 ones. 53. Brilliant. I've got one more, guys. See how you can do. Right, guys. Your turn then. Have a count. Right, guys. So let's count. Let's count how many tens we have. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tens. So I know the 6 will have to come under the 6 under the tens column. And I've got 1, 1. So it would make the number 61. And I can check by counting. Let's check. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Now I'm going to add 1. I'm counting on in ones. 61. Yes, brilliant. Okay, guys, so you've been practicing with a partner, and now you can have a go at doing it on here. We're going to do it together, but I want you to have a go first. Okay, so if you're with your teacher, you can have a turn. Okay, help your teacher get the answer. If you're for parents, have a turn, or a friend, have a go. Okay, so pause the video and give it a go. Remember to use your tens and ones. Right, so let's go. So here I'm going to do the tens first. Oh, what do I notice in this picture? There are no ones. There are no ones, and nothing means 0, so there must be a 0 in the ones column. So we've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So this would make 70, because there are 7 10s, 0 ones makes the number 70. Brilliant. Let's look at the next one then. So did you get it right? I'm going to count in my 10s. Well, there's 3 10s. 1, 2, 3. So I can put the 3 there. That's 10, 20, 30. And there's 3 ones. What number is that, children? So we have 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33. Brilliant. Okay. Right. Let's have a look at number 3. Going to write my 10s and 1s. Let's count how many 10s. I'm going to count in my 10s. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So if there's 60, that must mean there's 6 10s. And there is, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 10s make 60. And now I need to count on in my 1s. 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67. 7 ones, and there's the number 67. Right, let's do the next one. This is good fun. I like doing this game. Right, so I'm going to count the 10s. So let's count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 10s. How many ones? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What number does that make? Makes 76. So let's count and check. We've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. That's good so far. Now we're counting on our ones. 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76. Whoop. Right, last one. Oh, what do you notice again, children? What do you notice? I can't see any ones. Right, let's have a go. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. That means you need a 100s column. So there's 100, okay, and 100 would look like this. Okay, guys, so what number have we made using the base 10 here? Okay, remember, count your 10s, count your 1s. You can have your 10s and 1s column. Give it a go. What number have we made? Right, did you pause the video and have a turn? So I'm going to put my 10s and 1s column because that helps me write the number. Let's count the 10s. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 10s. How many 1s? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 1s. That looks like the number 56. Now I'm going to count in my 10s. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Count on in ones. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56. We were correct. There are 56 cubes. But what does the digit 5 in 56 stand for? So what does that 5 digit stand for? What does it mean? What does that 5 mean? Have a chat in your classes or have a chat with your friends or your parents. That 5 means 5 10s. 5 10s, and there are 5 10s. What does the digit 6 in 56 stand for? Well, we know this, don't we? There's the 6. What column is it under? It's under the 1s. So it means there are 6 1s. If you have a look at this slide, guys, okay, if you have a look, you can see how 56, sorry, that's my alarm, how you can see that 56 is made. We've got the 5 10s, 6 1s, okay, we can put it into our part whole. We know that 5 10s is 50 and 6 1s is 6, okay. Okay guys, this is an activity you can download from the website and you'll be doing in class if you're in class, and you can do it at home if you want to. Okay, you could either print it out or you could just do it on a piece of paper by looking at it. Right, okay guys, it's exactly what we have been doing in our lesson. You need to count how many 10s, how many 1s, and write the 10s, write the 1s, okay. and then put it together. So we do the first one together. So let's have a look. So it says, guys, the first one says, count in tens and ones, write the missing number. So we know it's going to be 45. It says 45 equals something tens. How many tens are there in 45? Well, I can put my tens and ones above there. Look, there's 4 tens. And I can check by looking in the picture. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 tens in 45. How many ones? Well, it should be 5. Let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There is. And then in here, how many tens was in 45? We had 4 tens, 5 ones. Oh, look, makes the number 45. Now, when we look at the part whole, if we can put a plus in there, and it should make 45. So we look at the ones. 5 ones, it's just 5, isn't it? It's 5 ones. But what is 4 tens? 4 tens. We can count in our tens. 10, 20, 30, 40. 4 tens is 40. You have to excuse my poor writing there. Okay, so 4 tens is 40, and 40 add 5 equals 45. Can you have a go doing the rest, guys? Good luck. Okie dokie, guys. Right, now let's have a look at this picture. It says we're going to be comparing numbers now. Comparing numbers. Comparing means we're looking to see who has more, who has less, who might have the most, who has the least. So that means the biggest and the smallest. So the most is the biggest number, the least is the smallest. So it says who has the most coins, who has the least number of coins. So most means the biggest amount of coins, and the least means the smallest amount of coins. Look at the picture. They've put them into piles. So there's Sam's coins on this side, got Ruby's in the middle, and then Charles's coins. What do you think these piles might be, guys? What do you think the piles might be? Have you had the same idea as me? I reckon they've put them into piles of tens. Let's count it then. We've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Count on in ones, 61, 62, 63. I think Sam has 63. Now we can count it a different way, can't we? Let's have a look. Ruby, I'm going to count the tens. How many tens does she have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to put a 7 in the tens. How many ones? There's 1 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, so that should make the number 75. So you think she has 75. Charles, how many does he have? I'm going to count. I'm going to do my tens and ones again. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 tens. Oh, I know that 6 tens is 60. 6 tens is 60. And I can check. Look. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. How many ones? We've got a lot of ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 69. Oh, that's an awful 9, isn't it? And we know that 60 add the 9 makes 69. Okay. So, who has the most coins? Who has the least? How can we check? Well, guys, we were right. Okay. They did put them into groups of tens and ones. Right, so we were right. Ruby has the number 75. She has 75. She has 7 tens and 5 ones. Sam had 6 tens and 3 ones. And Charles had 6 tens and 9 ones. Now we can compare. That means we can look and see who has more, who has less, who might have the most, who has the least. We can check who has the most and least. Now, how do I know who has the most? Who has the most? What would I look at? Got any ideas, guys? I would first of all look at the tens column, because the tens, if I want to find out who has the most, I know that the tens is the biggest column we have. Okay, so Ruby has 7 tens. Sam has 6 tens. Charles has 6 tens. Now the number 7 is bigger. 7 is bigger than 6, okay? So 7 tens is 70. 70. Sam and Charles only have 6 tens, so that's 60. So we know that she must have the most. Ruby has the most. She has 75. And that's the most because it has the most tens. Okay, so Ruby has the most. But who has the least? The least. That means the smallest. Well, we know it's not Ruby because 7 is bigger. 7 tens is bigger, is more than 6 tens. But then both 63 and 69, they've both got 6 tens. So what do we look at next? We can look at the ones. So let's look at the ones. We know that Sam and Charles both have 6 tens. So now we can look at the ones. Now, Sam has got 3 ones, while Charles has 9 ones. So who has the least? Who has less? Who has a smaller amount of ones? Well, 3 is smaller than 9. Okay. 6 tens is 60. Add 3, 63. And that is less than 69 because Sam has only got 3 ones and Charles has 9 ones, and 9 is bigger than 3. Okay, so Ruby had the most, put an M for the most. Sam has the least, and Charles was in the middle. Okay, guys, so there we've got our numbers again. Okay, and it says 7 tens is more than 6 tens, which is what we said. Okay, so 75, because it's got more tens, is more than 63, because that's only got 6 tens. 75 is more than 69, because 75's got 7 tens. It's bigger than 6 tens. But we know that 63 is less than 69, because 3 ones is less than 9 ones. Now we can put the numbers in order. Now the greatest, we want to have the greatest first, go leading to the smallest. So greatest to the smallest. What does greatest mean? The greatest means the biggest, the most. So who had the most? What's the biggest number? The biggest number. We know the biggest number is 75 because no one else has got 7 tens. 7 is bigger than 6. So 75 comes first. Then we know that 9, we know that we've got 2 6 tens. So that's the same. So we look at the ones. 9 ones is greater than 3 ones. So 69 comes next, and then 63. Now we can do it the other way. We can do smallest to greatest. So we want the smallest, starting with the smallest, going to the biggest. Okay. So the smallest number is 63. It's only got 6 tens and 3 ones. Okay, and we know that 3 ones is less than the 9 ones. So that's the smallest number. Right, then, would 75 come next? No. Because look, 69 has got 6 tens, and that's less than 7 tens. Greatest number is 75. Right, here's an activity for you guys to have a go at. Okay, children, you can print it off the website. Okay, you can print it off and have a go. You need to write the numbers and colour in the number that is the greatest. And remember, we said the greatest is the biggest. Okay, so if we do this one together, let's count the tens. So for this one, I'm going to count on in tens. So I'm going to go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Add 1, 51, 52, 53. But how do I write 53? Oh, look, I could draw my tens and ones column. How many tens in 53? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5 and then 3 ones. That's how we write 53. And on this side, I've got 3 tens. And I know that 3 tens, 10, 20, 30 is 30. And how many ones? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 35. 30 add 5 equals 35. And then, now I'm not going to colour in the greatest, but you can colour in the greatest, or you can circle it, and I'm putting a star by it. Oh, look, I've already done the answers. Right, and there's my star. 53 is the greatest. How do you know? It's got more tens. 5 tens is greater, is bigger than 3 tens. So this has to be the bigger number. Okay, guys, so here is activity 3. And again, you can print it off our school website. You can download it there, okay? Or you can have a look at it on the screen. Right, so let's look at the first part. It says colour the greatest number. What did we say the greatest meant? The greatest means the most, the biggest. Okay, so we want to colour the biggest number. Let's have a look at the first one together then. Now, to help me, what have I done? I've put my tens and ones above the number. Okay, I've put the tens and ones above the number. So let's have a look at this number here. This has got 4 tens and 5 ones. So that is 45. The next number, it's got 5 tens and 4 ones. That's 54. And this last number has 4 tens and 9 ones, 49. How can I know which is the greatest number? We can look at the tens. So let's look at the tens. So here we've got 4 tens, 5 tens, 4 tens. What's the greater number? 5 tens is the greater number, isn't it, children? Okay, so that must mean that 54 is the greatest because it's got the most tens. Okay, I think you can do the rest on your own now. When you go down to the second part of the sheet, it says colour the smallest number. You'll be looking for the smallest amount of tens, okay, or the smallest ones maybe. Okay, off you go, good luck. Okay guys, this is the final activity, the challenge, if you want to have a go at it. And again, you can print it off from the website. Okay, there's more than one on the website. Right, so it says arrange in order. In order. Start with the smallest. The smallest. So that's the lowest amount. Right, let's have a look at the numbers. I wonder if you could read the numbers. We've got 45, 49, 51, 50. So, how could I work out what the smallest number is? What would you do, children? Well, I would put my tens and ones above it. I'm going to put my tens and ones columns above all numbers. So then I know which is the tens column, which is the ones. Remember, the ones always comes at the end. That's how I remember it. The ones always come at the end, and then you have the tens next to it. Right, so let's look at the first number. The first number's got 4 tens and 5 ones. So if we're looking for the smallest, let's see along, are there any other numbers that have less than 4 tens? So this number, 49's got 4 tens, so that's the same, they've both got 4 tens. Oh look, these numbers, 51 and 50, they've got 5 tens. 5 tens is more than 4 tens. So we know that 45 and 49, they are the smaller numbers. But which one is the smallest? 45's got 4 tens and 49's got 4 tens. We need to look at the ones, don't we? So in 45, it's got 4 tens and 5 ones. 5 ones. Let's compare it. Okay, let's look at it with 49. Now 49's got 4 tens and 9 ones. Now we know they've got the same tens, so we need to look at the ones. Now 5 is smaller than 9. So this means that 45 must be the smallest number. Okay, because that is it's got 4 tens and it's got the least ones, 5 ones, the smallest amount of ones. I'm going to cross that out so I know I've used that. Now remember, we're going from the smallest, so we want the next smallest number. Right, so let's have a look. We've got 4 tens here, 5 tens, 5 tens. Well, 4 tens is smaller than 5 tens, so that must be the next smallest number, 49. So now, well, 51's got 5 tens and 50's got 5 tens. So they've got the same number of tens. So we need to look at the ones column. So this number 51 has got 1 1, but 50 has got 0 ones. So what number is smaller? 0 ones is less than having 1 1. Because if you've got 0, you've got nothing. So that would be next. And then we know that 51 is the largest, the biggest number. Right, children, you could have a go and finish that sheet if you print it out. Well done for today. We've been looking at numbers up to 100. Oh, it's so exciting. You're so nearly year 2. Well done, guys. See you next week.